That does
All right, man, we're going to continue with this video, dude. It's T-Man, I'm back.
sound like something Frank would get into.
That the nutrients in these foods are unique. They're beneficial for humans, and getting some form of cow, sheep,
I love what Vegan Gains says here. That's why I turned it back on again.
or goat dairy, or buffalo dairy, or camel's dairy in your diet is going to improve your health. There are tons of studies which show this, and
Show one single study. Oh, no.
You haven't shown any studies to dispute him, but he'll show a study.
But if there's no evidence, Paul won't show it.
He's going to show it.
they're way better than plant milk. So I want you guys to be able to eat these
Show us the data. Show us the data
He's going to. Would you give him a fucking chance, man?
comparing dairy milk to plant milk. You won't do that.
Dairy milk to plant milk comparing? You saying plants make milk, dude? What the fuck? This guy's fucking out of his mind. Now I know Vegan Gains is absolutely out of his gorg. Man, he just said comparing fucking animal milk to plant milk. Plants do not create milk. Are you fucking, what planet are you from, man? This guy is gone. His brain has left the building.
things. Don't fear this, even if you're lactose intolerant. Some people who are lactose intolerant can't tolerate milk no matter what, so you may not be able to do raw milk. If you're worried about contamination of raw milk, find a farm who you trust.
He said plants create milk compared plant milk. Plants aren't animals. They don't create milk, you fucking nut.
And remember that there are actual studies of raw milk, like the
I'm sorry.
What? At least he brought something here. The protective effect of farm milk consumption on childhood asthma, atopy, the whatever. It's protective on every level because it's not deficient in any nutrients.
What is that going to do?
Look, what makes animal products protective? It's really simple. They're not deficient in any nutrients. If you're deficient in nutrients, that's when you start to have the troubles.
Find a farm that you trust? What does that even mean? Protective effect of farm milk consumption on child.
Yeah, they're talking about unpasteurized milk, I suppose, right? Farmed milk. Yeah. Natural. You know something that's natural, Richard? You do know what natural is still, don't you, Richard? I know you live such an unnatural lifestyle in this unnatural environment in this zoo you live in as a slave. But hey, come on, man.
Childhood asthma.
There must be a little natural in there, something, somewhere.
So there is a little bit of evidence suggesting that
Oh, did he just admit there's a little bit? No. There's a lot of evidence, but to him there's a little bit of evidence. But a little is a lot, isn't it? A little goes a long way, doesn't it, vegan slave?
consuming raw milk in childhood might prevent allergies.
Might? What do you mean might? Prevents everything because it's not deficient in any nutrients.
Or
What do plants protect you from? Nothing. They destroy you because they're deficient in over more than 15 nutrients.
yeah, so like you're less likely to be allergic to peanuts. You're less likely to have.
Allergic to peanuts. We don't eat peanuts. We don't eat them. We're not supposed to eat them. We're carnivores. We eat meat. We don't eat plants, okay?
Asthma, stuff like that. There really isn't any good data on that. It's still being
Yeah, okay. According to Vegan Gains, there's not enough data, so we gotta go with the vegan stay diet.
kind of explored, but there's a
Of course, we have to go fake because, you know, once you go fake, you never go back. You gotta go fake forever, right? Yeah, okay.
few small studies. Usually they're just case reports or case series.
Yeah.
So
I know, because they don't meet his criteria of his fake beliefs. Listen, if you can't confirm, Vegan Gains can't confirm his fake beliefs, and he can't confirm them in you, then they don't work. You understand? It's confirm your fake beliefs. The vegan diet is the best diet on the planet. The fake, man-made, artificial fake diet, vegan cult diet, is the best diet. Get it? Something natural is really bad for you. Don't eat that. Leave it for us smart people and the rich people with the money on the top, like I said in the previous video. The money, the rich people at the top, they eat all that. Yes, us.
Gabriella study and others showing that kids who grow up on or off farm.
He's a slave. Listen, vegan slave is a slave. He eats slave food. What do you expect? Look, slavery just took on a different type of slavery. It's the modern day slavery. That's all. It took on a different form. That's all. It's not in the same form as it was in the past. Slavery. We're all slaves now. We're all been enslaved. Everybody. And all these societies have been enslaved. It's called money, and that's how it enslaves you. The money. It trickles down to the least and those who have the most of it.
Firms.
That's how you get out of slavery. That's how they played this game.
Drinking raw milk versus pasteurized milk have lower rates of asthma, eczema, and allergies. So I think
Yeah, so
Yes.
by the way, that's a confounding factor. So if you live in the city versus if you live on a farm, you're going to be exposed to like different like bacteria, pathogens, lifestyle is different. You might be exposed to
I don't know. Will you? What about when you're out in nature, running through the forest and killing animals? What are you exposed to there, vegan? Vegan slave, what are you exposed to there, Richard? Come on, man.
less pollution,
Jesus.
lead. That might be why you see lower instances of allergies with people drinking.
He's making this stuff up, man. He's creating this. Where is your proof? Show me one fucking piece of proof of that. You're making that shit up, man.
Raw milk because they're more likely to live in a
He's making that stuff up. Show me one study. Show me a study. Just pop it up.
rural setting on a farm. On a farm,
How do you know what's the difference between a farmer being in the jungle, in the forest, fucking hunting for animals, in our natural environment? What's the difference? What's the difference? I don't know. When we're in the city, we're not hunting anymore, are we all?
they're less likely to be exposed to lead or just
Yeah, okay.
air pollution, or it might have
You think that's unhealthy then, living in an artificial environment, eating an artificial diet called vegan slave diet? Hey, Richard?
something to do with them just being exposed to like more bacteria because they're
Yeah.
living next to animals or something.
Sure,
Like
yeah.
who the fuck knows?
See? Richard just explained it to you. Who the fuck knows? Let me just make it up, okay?
Isn't it interesting that in your debate with Milk Jar, he wouldn't concede that murder should be legal and now it's likely that he's been murdered?
Yeah, that is pretty ironic. They're all LARPers, right? Like when Sfarage says, "Oh, I think murder should be legal," or "I want to get rid of the law. The police are for pussies." As soon as he has like any problem personal,
Any proof of that? Could you pop that up that he said that? Can you show us a video on that?
so I remember a vegan attacked him at a veg fest because he was triggering a bunch of vegans eating raw meat. He
Wasn't Goatus vegan before? Wasn't he? Well, didn't he try that vegan cult stuff? Didn't he get caught up with it? What happened exactly? Why is he against vegan, the fake vegan? Because he woke up? When are you going to wake up, Richard?
threatened to call the police.
Do you get paid to promote vegan? Or maybe you do. Yeah, you do get paid. What am I talking about? You know that there's a following out there, so that's why you created the channel, Vegan Gains. You can't gain anything being a vegan. You don't gain anything. You don't gain muscle. Vegan plants don't build muscles. You don't build muscles anyways. Myonuclear domain does. You need more of these nuclei to support further muscle growth. I didn't say artificial sarcoplasmic growth. We know there's two types. There's myofibrillar and sarcoplasmic. You getting sarcoplasmic because you're eating plants.
I remember
And you're not really getting more nuclei because it reached the domain limit.
he trespassed in a vegan restaurant when he was asked to leave, and the woman shoved him. And then again, he threatened to
Oh man, that's such an old video, man. He went into a store, he was eating meat, and a woman shoved him, whatever.
call the police.
That is so old, man. Can you show us something new?
There was a guy who attacked him when he was stalking his girlfriend, Luna, and that was probably like a family member or her boyfriend.
Oh Jesus! You know how many people have done videos on you, on you, Richard? My God, I've seen videos, man. They're really nuts.
At the time. Again, he
Feels like a dream, feels like
Believe that themselves. Thanks for the donation, though, Speed Racer. 21st Savage donated $2. She sounds intoxicated, unreal. This is who you want for president.
We're all leaders in this. This is so much bigger than me. It's about who we are as Americans. And it's about making clear what we stand for. And what we stand for is about the ideals upon which we were
Oh my God, I cannot stand listening to that fucking, that cunt. Let's go back here.
And phosphorus ratio is that eating calcium with red meat can mitigate the absorption of iron. Some of us eat a lot of red meat and we're worried about iron absorption.
I eat a shitload of red meat. I eat raw red meat. I eat some of it's a little bit barbecued where I go to the buffet, but I try to tell them to make it very rare, like raw, practically raw. And I eat a lot of raw fish there too, and a bunch of things. Yeah. And at home I eat raw beef. Yeah.
We're checking our ferritin levels. Adding
And if I eat eggs, I'm going to eat them raw. I'm not going to cook them, man. It's just a waste. That's why these people came up with these, these fake vegans. They come up, they try to mimic us. So they go, we're going raw vegan. Yeah, okay.
dairy to red meat, whether it's cheese or cheeseburger or drinking kefir or yogurt or milk with your meat, mitigates iron absorption somewhat and can be a way to balance these things.
Okay.
So again, calcium phosphorus ratio, calcium with your iron.
By the way, you wouldn't have to do that if your iron sources were plant-based.
Can mitigate the absorption of iron a little bit. I don't think iron is harmful for humans in reasonable amounts, but there are some of us, myself included, that seem to avidly absorb iron, and I keep track of my ferritin levels. It doesn't mean that I stop eating red meat, because I feel like red meat is one of the most nutritious foods on the planet. It doesn't mean that I stop eating organs like liver or heart. It just means that I keep an eye on my ferritin levels, and I often try and consume dairy
What a moron.
when I'm eating these foods. If you guys find this content helpful,
Yeah, that was just stupid. Yellow School Buses donated $2. Oh yeah, here we go. This guy is a piece of crap.
Lunchly versus Lunchables.
With Lunchly,
I thought that was a pretty good video, but whatever. Lunchables. So this is more crap. More artificial fake foods. Get it?
you get double the amount of liquid.
Prime has no sugar.
Yeah, Spanish, no sugar, no fake stuff. Yeah, more drugs than the last time. Okay, whatever. Jesus. Anyways, I'm out of here, man. You told me to think about that. Paul Saladino. Yeah. I love the milk thing, man. Plants help me create milk. Oh, my God. See you in the next one. Ciao, man.